Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you all are fine and in good health. So here we are going to start with English subject and the chapter of grammar gate, that is helping verbs. Yes, in the previous class I explained you what is verbs and then I explained you in detail about auxiliary verbs, right? And then we discussed about the usage of be form of verb, have and do, right? Okay, if you haven't gone through the video, please go through the video so that you can understand this continuation properly. Okay, so helping verbs, let me remind you, helping verbs is nothing but they are auxiliary verbs that come before the main verbs, right? They come before the main verbs. It tells you about the tenses, right? Why do we do it? Because to make tenses. Then for permissions, for negative sentences, for questions, we use helping verbs. Okay, so here let's continue with the chapter. So next, in helping verbs only, we have the topic of modals. Now students, no need to get confused. The auxiliaries that we studied, okay, you can see in the box, okay, you can see in the box over there in the first page itself of this chapter that you have all these as auxiliary verbs, right? All these as auxiliary verbs, so they are also called as modals. Can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must and have, ought. They are all called modal auxiliaries or modal verbs. Okay, now why do we need this? Okay, we need them when we are talking about someone's ability to do something, when you want to give permission, when something is necessary, and so on. So when you are talking about someone's ability, when you want to give permission and necessity, we can use modals. Okay students, I hope about modals you are clear. After modal verbs, we use the base form of ordinary verbs like go, speak, arrive. Okay, so remember one thing, when we use these modals, okay, we use the base form of the verb, like go, speak, sleep. Now this is a little bit confusing, so I'm not going to tell you in detail, but I'll explain you that verbs can have three forms. Okay, where, wore, worn, right? Where, wore, worn. Okay, break, broke, broken, sleep, slept, right? So here you are going to use the base form only: go, come, speak, sleep, wear, sit. Okay, so all these base forms we are going to use with modal verbs. See the example: you can go, he must speak. So go has three forms, no? Go, went, gone, right? So speak, spoke, spoken. So here we are using only the first forms. Okay, V1. Keep this clear. We are going to use V1. Okay. Ought is an exception. We use ought with to. Now here every time the main verb and the modal verb. Okay, base form and the modal verb. But with ought, it's an exceptional case where you have to use to with it. Okay, you have to use to with the verb. Clear? Now remember one thing. Modal verbs have only one form. They do not have ending like. Okay, now if you remember auxiliaries, I explained you be form. They had is, am, are, was, were, three, right? And then has had the has have. They have the past form had, right? So, and we used to see for singular has, plural have. Okay, so in modals we don't have anything like that. Okay, modals are simply the only one form. It will be only like this. Clear? So this is what about modals. So now in modals we have categories. I told you we can use for ability, permission, right? So first we are going to learn about permissions. Can, may, might. We use can or may when we ask for permission to do something. The same is also used for giving permission. Now for asking permission, what do we use? Can or may. Do you say, teacher, na? Can we go to school? May I go to washroom? May I come in? Okay. Can you explain this again? Okay. So for asking permissions and giving permissions, both we can use can or may. So what will the teacher reply? Yes, you may. Yes, you can. Right? See, may I ask you a question? You can come in. You may borrow this book. Right? So can and may. Now where are you going to use could? We may also use could when we are asking for permission. Could is more polite than can or may. Now for asking permission, you can use could also. Okay, you can say, could I go to washroom? Could I use his book? Okay, could I use your pen? Could I ask a question? Okay, so all this for asking permission and could is actually more polite. Okay, but one main point that you have to note, when we are giving permission, we cannot use could. Okay, if you ask, could I go and bring the book? The teacher or someone cannot reply, cannot give permission by saying, yes, you could go. That is wrong. The person has to give permission using can or may only. Is it clear? So for permissions, you can use can, may, or could. Is it clear? So now here you are having one table. Okay, now here it is written, write them in your notebook. So what can you do is, you can write in a CW if you want by giving the title chapter 7 helping verbs, exercise D, page number also you can mention. But if you don't want to write in the CW, then write it in one paper and make sure you keep that paper at this exercise itself. You can, on the top you can apply glue. Okay, on the top you can apply glue and stick the paper so that every time you want to see the answer, it's easy for you to see. Now how will you make? Now this is not the fill in the blanks that you fill here and you finish the question. That is going to be wrong. Okay, how are you going to do? You have to pick the words from here, okay, whole box, and make one sentence. Okay, so you can make minimum 5 sentences, or using all also you can make. Okay, so let's make first using can. See, simple one, you can first, can I borrow your pen? Okay. Can I use your bike? Can I have these books? Can I have these books? If you are using these is plural. Okay, students. So can I have these photos? Okay. Can I have some bread? Okay. Can you listen to the music? Could you listen to the music? Could you listen to my music? You can use this also. Okay. So simple, you have to make sentences using these words that are given in the box. It's not necessary that you use all of it. Okay. Make minimum 5 sentences. Clear, students? Now let's move. Permission over. For permission, what did we use? Can, could, or may. Now ability. Ability means you're having some ability to do something. कुछ काम कर सकते हो. Okay. For that you can use can, could, or was able to. Now how and where, that will come to know. We use can to talk about ability in the present or future. So something that you are able to do, some work or something that you can do now in present or in future. For that you can use can. See the example. Ashok can speak 4 languages. Can John carry the box? I can come to see you tomorrow. Can you do the sum? Can you swim? So all this is ability. Can you come with me? Don't you ask your friend? Can you come with me to the principal? Right? So, okay, so that is a permission. Sorry. Can you do drawing? Can you do this drawing for me? So yes, you are asking about the ability that can be done, right? So you can use can for present and future. Now we use could to talk about ability in past. What something happened in past, some हो चुका. Okay, वो पहले the ability was there in the person. Okay, पहले वो काम कर सकता था. not now in present or future. पहले कर सकता था. So for that you are using could. For that you have to use could. When he was young, he could play tennis. Now we don't know. But जब वो बच्चा था, when he was young, he could play tennis. He was able to play tennis. Okay, he could play tennis. So if the ability in past, you can use could. Okay, students. Now, could is used only for ability and not for something that really happened. Use was or were able to for ability plus action. So now, he was able to play tennis. He could play tennis, but we don't know whether he played tennis or not. Okay, but when you know, what you know? When you know that the action is done, okay, he played tennis. Okay, so that time you are going to use was able to. You see, it's clearly mentioned over here. What is mentioned over here? What is mentioned over here? He used was or were able to for ability plus action. So if action also happened and ability was also there, at that time we can use was or were able to. I was able to play tennis. What will that mean? That means that yes, he played tennis. Okay, that action was done. Is that clear, students? So Mr. James felt much better on Thursday, so he was able to play the match. So he was able to play, he did the action, he was able to, right? Now in negative sentences, however, we may use could or was or were able to. Now in negative sentences, you can use both. Negative sentences means you have not. You have not in the sentence, right? So you can use both, couldn't or wasn't able to. Clear? Now, requests. Okay, will, would, can. Now if you are requesting someone to do something for you, before you are asking permission, and then we studied ability. Now if you are asking for request to someone, what would you do? We use will, would and can or could to ask somebody to do something. Okay, when you ask somebody to do something, you can use all. Okay, so first sentence I used now, can you come with me to the principal? So you are asking, you're requesting him to come, right? Or will you come with me to the principal? Would you come with me to the principal? Okay, could you do this work for me? Okay, so all this four you can use to ask, that is something, somebody to do something for you, to request. Okay, now would you, could you are more polite than will you or can you. So if you want to ask in a more soft way, okay, at that time you can use would you or could you. Clear? We use can I have or could I have when we ask somebody to give us something. Now if you are asking somebody to do some action for you, you can use would you and could you. Okay, but then you can use can I or could I when you are asking somebody to give you something, to give you something. At that time you can use can I or could I. Okay, I hope the difference is clear. So now here you have to do exercise. Okay, change the sentences below into polite requests. Write sentences in dimensions by using will, can, would and could. So all four types you have to write. Okay, it's very easy. Wait a minute. Now you have to ask someone to wait for a minute. How will you ask? Will you wait a minute? Okay, will you wait? First I have to use will you. Will you wait a minute? Right? Then if you want to use question mark, because you are asking someone to do something for you. Okay, will you wait a minute? Can you wait a minute? If not can, would you wait a minute? Would you wait a minute? If not would you, could you wait a minute? So all four you have to write. Okay, Same here, pose this letter. Will you pose this letter? Question mark. Can you pose this letter? Question mark. Would you pose this letter? Question mark. Could you pose this letter? Question mark. So all 4 types you have to write, which is very easy, students, which is very easy. You have to write it this way only. But remember, will and can, as it is polite way, what do you have to write? Please. After you have to wait a minute, comma, please. Here, comma, please, and then question mark. Okay? The rest of the 2 you can use without please. Okay? But as it is more polite, will you and can you, okay, you have to add please. Clear? So this way you can do all 4. The answers you can check. Do it with pencil, students. The final answers you can check it with the pencil. Clear? You can check it in the PDF. And if you still have any doubt, you can ask in the comment section. At the end, I will try to solve all your doubts.